With a cup of coffee, I was seeing a video of how dinosaurs extinct, and then I was wondering what was before dinosaur. Everyone knows about dinosaurs, the giants that ruled this planet for millions of years. But here's the question nobody asks. What was here before them? Cause Earth didn't start with T-Rex, it didn't start with Triceratops. Before any of that, there was something completely different. And according to scientists at the Natural History Museum of London, the story of how dinosaurs actually came to exist is still being discovered today. Let's go back, all the way back, 4.6 billion years ago, a date confirmed by the US Geographical Survey. Earth was not the green and blue world we know. It was volcanic, toxic, almost entirely covered in water. The first life. Not a creature, not an animal, just a teeny invisible single-celled organism floating in a chemical-rich ocean. These were bacteria, ancient microbes, and according to NASA's astrobiology research, they were perfectly suited to Earth's extreme oxygen-free environment. Then something extraordinary happened. This bacteria, called cyanobacteria, learned to use sunlight as energy, and as a side effect of that process, they began releasing oxygen into the air. So the evidence for this? The oldest fossils we have, called stromatolites, layered rocky structures, some found in Western Australia, dated back 3.5 billion of years, studied and confirmed by researchers and geographical institutes worldwide. That oxygen slowly changed everything. It made the atmosphere breathable, and over hundreds of millions of years, it allowed life to get bigger, more complex, more dangerous. Okay, now fast forward to around 300 million years ago. Earth is now full of life, but none of it is a dinosaur? Not even close. The rules of this world were called Synapsids, and according to NCA Museum of Natural Sciences, these were the dominant forms of life on land before the age of dinosaurs even began. Some looked like reptiles with huge snail-like fins on their backs. Others were terrifying saber-toothed predators that could tear apart anything in their path. Here's something that will surprise you. You have probably seen Dimetrodon, the famous snail-backed creature in toy dinosaur sets. But according to Natural History Museums of London, Dimetrodon is not a dinosaur. In fact, it is more closely related to you, a human being, than how it ever was to any dinosaur. That's because Dimetrodon belongs to the Synapsids family, which eventually evolved into mammoths. The seas had their own monsters too. Giant sharks with saw-like teeth, armored fish with bites strong enough to crush bone, according to the Academy of Natural Science in Philadelphia. The Permian period, which lasted for 299 to 251 million of years ago, produced the first really large plant-eating and meat-eating animals on land. And then it all ended. 252 million years ago, Earth experienced its most catastrophic in all of recorded natural history. Scientists call it the Permian Triassic Extinction event. Its nickname, the Great Dying. According to Dr. Peter of the California Academy of Science, this was the largest mass extinction in the entire fossil record. Not the asteroid that killed dinosaurs, not the Ice Age. This one, around 90% of all species on Earth were completely wiped out. So now, what caused it? This is where scientists are still working. The leading theory, supported by researchers at the Natural History Museum of London and Encyclopedia Britannica, is that massive volcanoes is what caused now in Siberia, called the Siberian traps, erupted continuously for thousands of years, flooded the atmosphere with toxic gases, ocean acidified, global temperature spiked. The other theories, including methane release from deep ocean, sea level changes, or a combination of events, but scientists hasn't locked in single cause, so say the leading theory, not the proven cause. Whatever the exact combination of causes, the result was the same. The world went nearly silent, nearly empty, and that emptiness, what exactly made dinosaurs possible. After the Great Dying, the Earth had a huge problem and a huge opportunity. Almost everything was gone. The environment was empty, and whatever could survive and adapt would inherit the world. A group called Archosaurs stepped in. According to Encyclopedia Britannica, Archosaurs were a highly successful group of reptiles that split into two main branches in early Jurassic period. One branch led to modern crocodiles, the other branch, the The birdline archosaurs is where dinosaurs came from. So, what made the second branch special? According to the research published in Wikipedia's Archosaurs entry, which itself cited peer-reviewed locomotion studies, these creatures evolved a completely new type of hip joint, one that allowed them to walk upright with their legs pointing straight down under their body, not sprawled out like lizards straight. It's like how we walk. Their upright posture meant they could run and breathe at the same time. Sometimes their competitors couldn't do that. It gave them far greater stamina, and in the world recovering from near-total extinction, that stamina was everything. Now, where did the very first dinosaur appear? According to Professor Paul Barrett, a dinosaur researcher at the Natural History Museum in London, the leading candidates are Argentina and Brazil in South America based on the oldest fossil discovered so far. So Professor Barrett's exact words are, there are a bunch of places in Argentina and Brazil vying for the crown. The exact birthplace is not fully confirmed. Say, based on the fossils found so far, scientists believe the first dinosaurs likely appeared in South America. These first dinosaurs appeared around 235 million years ago. They're small, they're fast, they run on two legs, and they were just getting started. But here's something Professor Barrett at the Natural History Museum openly admits. When those first dinosaurs appeared in the fossil record, they were already fully formed as dinosaurs, which means they must be an earlier chapter of their evolution, and we simply haven't found that. There is a gap in this statement. This is a real acknowledged gap. Great to say, scientists believe there is a missing chapter in dinosaur evolution. Fossils we haven't discovered yet, and that search is still ongoing. Then, in 201 million years ago, another extinction struck. The end of Jurassic period. According to the Natural History Museum of London, almost other archosaurs wiped out, but dinosaurs survived, and with their competitors are gone. They spread across the entire planet. By the Jurassic period, Earth belonged to the dinosaurs. So, what came before dinosaurs? Bacteria, strange saber-toothed proto-mammals, creatures we rarely have names for, or two near total extinction that reset life on Earth. Not once, but twice. Dinosaurs weren't the beginning of the life on this planet. According to Natural History Museum of London, they dominated Earth for around 165 million years, but only after surviving catastrophes that destroyed nearly everything else. They were the survivors, the ones who showed up after the world collapsed and built an empire. That makes me wonder, what's next? Doesn't it?